Okay, first I will share to you about background of Brazil countries and compare with Malaysia. First, I will share to you about Brazil first. Brazil is a federal republic with a president, a national congress, and a judiciary. From 1888 until recently, the country struggled with democracy. But in 1985, the military government was peacefully removed, and by 1995, Brazil politics and economy had become fairly stable. Brazil country, however, South America that occupies half the continent's landmass, is the fifth largest country in the world, exists in size only by Russia, Canada, China, and the United States. Trade in this area is greater than that of the 48 contiguous US states. Brazil contains most of the Amazon River basin, which has the world's largest river system and the world's most extensive regular forest. The country contains no desert, high mountain, or arid environment. The origin of the name Brazil remains uncertain. According to the tradition, the name Brazil comes from Brazil wood, a type of bamboo tree that was traded by sailors from the Brazilian region to Europe in the 6th century. In Portuguese, Brazil word was called Pau Brazil, where the word Brazil meaning red like coal come from the Latin Brasa, coals, and the suffix il from isul or ilium. This theory told us the official origin in Brazilian and Portuguese schools, but some argue that the name Brazil is older than that and may come from the Celts. They trade red dye extracts from minerals from the Iberian means to islands. Moreover, the mythical island of High Brazil in Ireland is seen by some as the origin of the actual name Brazil, including the writer J.R.R. Tolkien himself. In Guarani, one of the Paraguay official language, Brazil is called Pindorama, a name given by the indigenous people to the country and carrying the meaning the land of the palm trees. Okay, Brazil was a colony of Portugal from the arrival of Pedro Alvares Cabral in 1500 until 1850, when it was elevated the United Kingdom with Portugal and the Algarves. The colonial ties were finally broke in 1808, when the capital of the United Kingdom of Portugal was moved from Lisbon to Rio de Janeiro. Following Napoleon's attack on Portuguese, Brazil's independence from Portugal was achieved in 1822. Originally founded as the Empire of Brazil, the country became a republic in 1889. But the dual consensus legislative system, now titled Congress, was found in 1824 when the country's first constitution was ratified. The present constitution defines Brazil as a federative republic. The federation is formed by the unity of the federative territories with 26 states and 5,564 boroughs. Brazil's economy is the largest economy in the world. Okay, now to compare with Malaysia. Malaysia is a monarchy in Southern Asia, consists of 11 Malay states, 2 Bornean states, and 3 Union territories. Malaysia is divided into 2 regions flanking the South China Sea, namely Peninsula Malaysia and Malaysia Borneo. Malaysia share land borders with Thailand, Indonesia, and Brunei, and also sea borders with Singapore and the Philippines. In Malaysia lies Tanjung Piai, the southernmost point in all of Eurasia's Great Lands. Malaysia changed from a country producing raw materials such as rubber, tin ore, and so on to a country with a multi-sector economy throughout the new economy base in 1971. Politically, Malaysia's growth is dependent on the export of electronic material such as computer chips.
Hai, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. Okay, my name is Khalis Norani binti Tala Azhar and my metric number is F2024. Okay, I will talk about the language of Brazil. Okay, Portuguese is the officially naturally language of Brazil, being widely spoken by the most of the population. Brazil is the most popular Portuguese-speaking country in the world, which is a land comprising the majority of Portugal's former colonial holding in the America. Now I will talk about the language of Malaysia. Okay, official language is Malay, which is the mother tongue of the majority Malay ethnic group. The main ethnic group within Malaysia are Malay people, Chinese people, Tamil people, which many other ethnic groups representing in similar number, each with its own language. That's all for me.
Catholic remains the most popular religion in Brazil. Second, Spiritism is a belief system that combines aspects in indigenous spiritual practice and Christianity. Next is indigenous religions still follow the ancient faith, which frequently center around animism and strong bond with the natural world. Islam is recognized as the official religion of country by the constitution. Second, Buddhism is particularly those are from the Chinese and India community practice Buddha. And three, majority of Hindu in Malaysia are of Indian descent and concentrated in different parts of country. For the lastly, Christian include a number of domination majority of Malaysia Christian, especially in Sarawak and Sabah.
Okay, hi, my name is Noelena Balkis binti Munasir. My market saham number is F2031. So I'm going to talk about the business manners and custom. So firstly, I will talk about the Brazil side in meeting. Okay, so firstly, appointment for event such as meeting are required. Once they can be scheduled on short notice, it is best to book 2 to 3 weeks in advance. They prefer to arrive on time, but do not necessarily expect your Brazilian counterpart to be punctual. They generally take a more relaxed approach to timekeeping. The decision-making process may be slow-paced as Brazilians feel the need to know whom they are doing business with before they can work together. Brazilians may gravitate toward easy, immediate solution as there is generally less emphasis on long-term planning. Decision will most likely be made by higher or higher-ranking members of the company. Okay, so next, I'm gonna talk about the business manners in Brazil for gift giving. Okay, so gifts are generally not considered particularly important in establishing a business relationship. Thus, people often do not expect gifts in their first few meetings. However, there is a tip for gift giving in a business setting that is worth noting. Very expensive or lavish gift may be thought of as a bribe. Moreover, it is considered poor practice to present a gift during a formal business meeting. It is more acceptable to offer the gift in a social setting. Suitable gifts include a nice bottle of alcohol, comfortable boots, or a branded pen. Okay, when receiving card in Brazil, when greeting someone formally, men should be referred to as senhor and women as senhora or senorita for younger women. Business cards should be handed out during introductions at the start of a meeting. If possible, your card should have Portuguese on one side and English or your native language on the other. The Portuguese side should be faced up when you exchange cards. So for dress code in Brazil, Brazilians take immense pride in their experience. And this shows in the way they dress. For men, wearing a conservative dark colored suit is appropriate. Women should opt for an elegant dress or suit. Okay, now let's talk about the business manner in Malaysia. Okay, so meeting, while punctuality is not generally a high priority in Malaysia, it is still expected in the business setting. However, meeting may start later than the schedule even if everyone is present, as people tend to not to rush or appear urgent. In Malaysia, people enter a meeting in order of importance with the highest ranking person, arriving first and so on. The same goes for introductions. You are expected to greet everyone in the room individually even if the group is large. Malaysian business culture is very hierarchical. Be sure to respect the seating arrangement that is chosen as it will reflect everyone's position within their organization. For gift giving in Malaysia, firstly, need to avoid black, white or blue wrapping. These colors symbolize death or sadness, and note that yellow is reserved only for royalty. Secondly, do not give alcohol in any form to a Malay person, not even chocolates. Make sure the gift is halal, able to be consumed under Islamic Sharia law. When dining with Malays, choose a halal restaurant when there is no chance pork will be served. Don't offer alcoholic drinks. Malays will seldom object to you drinking alcohol, but ask first as a courtesy. Receiving business card in Malaysia. Business cards are usually first given out by the visiting party. The way that you treat a business card shows how much respect you hold for the person that you are meeting. When receiving or presenting a card, firstly, you must make sure to hold it with both hands. Ensure the name is facing outwards. Study it briefly before putting it away into your pocket or placing it on the table in front of you. Okay, so for the dressing code, in most cases, business casual is appropriate meeting attire. If in doubt, check with the host. Men should wear a dark suit with a long sleeve shirt and a tie. A button shirt is suitable for formal occasion too. Women should dress reasonably conservatively to show respect for Muslim culture. Dresses and blouses should have sleeves. However, they should not expose too much, particularly shoulder, thighs, knees, and décolletés. It best to avoid short skirts. If you are meeting with government contacts, a jacket is compulsory.
What is the meaning symbol of the Brazil flag? The green color is a symbol of the flora and fauna of Brazil. The yellow represents gold, and the blue globe and star symbolize the night sky filled with stars and constellation, which is a group of stars that form a pattern. That also stands for a country state. What is food art for Brazil? Brazil maintains the typical South American culture of eating dinner late, usually around 8:30 am. Breakfast is a simple, light meal. Lunch is out for interpretation, sometimes being eaten at home or sometimes being eaten at work. Brazilians should always eat when friends or hosts offer them food. The most famous of all Brazilian dishes is feijoada. Feijoada is eaten in every corner of the country. This rich hearty stew consists of black beans cooked with different cuts of pork, supplemented with tomatoes, cabbage, and carrot to round out of the flavor. Brazilian cuisine varies greatly from region to region, but fresh meat and fish play an important role in the diet. Root vegetables such as cassava and yams, and fruits such as mango, papaya, guava, passion fruits, and pineapple are among the local ingredients used in cooking. Symbol of Malaysia. Red, white, and blue is represent Malaysia as a country belonging in the Commonwealth. Crescent and star represent Islam as the official religion for the federation, and yellow symbolize a sovereignty of the Malay rulers, and their rules is leader as the faith in the constituent state. What is food art in Malaysia? The secret behind the uniqueness of authentic Malay food is the use of herbs and spices with special traditional equipments and cooking methods. In the past, ingredients were mainly harvested from the backyard at the woods, which make the Malay cooking such an interesting culinary experience.
Okay, now I will go through celebration in Brazil and compare with Malaysia. Okay, Brazil have a few celebration they have. And first is New Year. As stated above, Brazilians believe the New Year's Republic holiday is celebrated in the company of friends. Nevertheless, they have their own unique New Year's tradition. Since the usual and alphabet bells in the country are not all noisy and cheerful company, gather in the streets, parade and beach, powerful ticking the last second before the next year's. Exactly at midnight, the black sky brightened with a fountain sparks. So is New Year in Brazil. Traditional dictates to anyone who want to be happy and successful, jump 7 times and wish good luck in the coming year around the very first minutes. Brazilians also believe that if New Year's Eve were to make a wish and eat 12 grapes, it would definitely come true. Second is wearing white. In Brazil, the New Year's is considered a time to reflect on the past and make new resolutions for year ahead. There is a tradition of wearing white in Brazil as a symbol of good luck, prosperity, and warding off evil spirits. Apart from wearing white, there is also the tradition of jumping over 7 waves, which is a lucky number in Brazilian cultures, as well as throwing flower into the water as an offering, the Lemanja, the goddess of the sea. And the third is Carnival. Carnival is the biggest and most popular festival in Brazil that is always filled with many people. Report by Travel Triangle, this festival is also the oldest in Brazil, which was first held in 1830. The history of Carnival stems from the habit of the Portuguese people in Brazil who always dissolve in joy before welcoming Easter. The Carnival Festival is full feature colorful street parades, where many people come dressed in unique and striking outfits. Visitors can also watch samba dance performs and various other type of local music entertainment. Next is Festival de Cha-Cha-Cha. For foodies, the Festival de Cha-Cha-Cha is a must visit while on the vacation in Brazil. At this festival, they will find tons of food trucks along the street selling various types of traditional foods with appetizing look and flavors. There are also several vendors selling various souvenirs from local craft. Festival de Cha-Cha-Cha is also actually dedicated to the Brazilian liquor made from sugarcane. This festival is held the Party region in February. And the biggest international festival in Brazil is Rio Carnival. Rio Carnival is a Brazilian culture festival where there will be parades of floats and samba dance performances from around the world. The main center of the festival is Copacabana Palace. However, the world of Rio will be filling during this festival. You want to feel the atmosphere of the biggest festival in the world? Should not miss the festival. Okay, now I will move to celebration of Malaysia. First is Feast of Fasting, also known as Hari Raya Puasa, is celebrated on every first of Shawwal, the Hijrah year. This holiday is also known as Hari Raya Aidilfitri or Hari Raya Fitrah. It's called it because the day signifies how the Muslims have truly succeeded in their effort and worship throughout the month of Ramadan. Generally, on 1 Shawwal, they have managed to return themselves to their natural fitrah. Before welcoming Hari Raya Puasa, Muslims are required to fast for the month of Ramadan and pay zakat fitrah. Fasting is the third pillar of Islam. It's mean refraining from eating, drinking, and anything that invalidates it from dawn to the sunset, occur per night by intention at night. Second is Qurbani Day. Hari Raya Qurban or Aidil Adha is celebrated on every 10th of Zulhijrah, the year of Hijrah. It's also known as Hari Raya Haji. A day celebrated as a sign of gratitude and mercy to those who strive to complete the fifth pillar of Islam. At that time, many Muslims from over the world were performing the Fard Hajj in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. This holiday is held as Hari Raya Qurban because it is customary and encouraged for Muslims to make sacrifice by slaughtering oxen, buffaloes or goat. The meat of the sacrifice is also donated to the poor. Third is Deepavali. Deepavali is a social celebration. It's not 10% like Thaipusam. In general, it is celebrated to eradicate all ignorance and avoid all to the strength and nurture poor values. It is said that on the day of Deepavali, people are given the opportunities to take stock of their past behavior, whether good or bad. The bad aspect or errors and the good one are embedded in the hearts. This will bring about serenity and give new light to peoples. And the last one is Chinese New Year. The name of the Chinese celebration is Chinese New Year or Gosing Fachai in Chinese. Chinese New Year is the most important celebration for the Chinese, just like Christmas Day for Westerners. Chinese New Year is first day of the first month of the Chinese Lunar New Year, but Chinese New Year celebration activities are not on the day alone. Usually, Chinese New Year celebration activities last for the next few days. Chinese New Year is also commonly called Guanonian.